I'm outside because I'm really feeling this whole courtyard they have, like, in the middle of my building. I love it here. I love it here. I think I like these visual diaries because I get to go back and um, listen to myself, listen to what I actually learned about myself. And I enjoy learning things about myself because once I learn it, I'm like, boom, got the lesson. Let's move on. Like, once I really got the lesson down pat, that is. I recorded a video before this that was supposed to be my vlog number 2, but when I slept on it, I was like, this is not the message that I want to put out. It didn't really resonate with myself. And then the next day, I got the actual message, right? And I was like, this is it. If y'all see me looking down, just know I wrote the notes in my phone. So, yeah, I wrote, ooh, these little tiny bugs. I don't like that. I wrote the notes in my phone just so I can remember to hit every point that I feel like is important. Y'all already know that my birthday passed about a month and a half ago, and you know, I said in my previous video that our birthdays are like our personal New Year's. And since I turned 28 this year, for me, if you're into astrology, right, the perfection, you have annual perfection. So you're gonna have to go ahead and Google that one yourself, because I'm not gonna explain it. 28 for me is a 5th house year, and Saturn rules my 5th house. My 5th house is in Aquarius, and Saturn rules Aquarius. This year, on my birthday, the day of my birthday, Saturn went retrograde in Aquarius, and from the day of my birthday, Saturn will be retrograding in Aquarius until sometime in October. I don't know when, I couldn't tell you the exact date right now, but I know it's sometime in October, right? And some of the 5th house topics, some of the things that the 5th house rules are like dating, fun, children, etc., etc., okay? So I'm not sure what else at the moment, and nothing else really matters at the moment because those are the main themes that have been popping up in my life lately. One thing I noticed is that I find myself in a cycle when it's about to be my cycle where I look up for a moment and I realize that, like, damn, I'm tired. Doing the work is exhausting. But I keep going. I am that person that will plant a seed and then look every 2 seconds to see if it sprouted something. I know that is not how things work. So I practice patience and practice having faith that everything is going to work out fine. All the seeds that I planted are going to blossom, but in God's timing, right? One major thing that I noticed is about my, like, I will get in my head about my dating life. I know in my last video I said that, like, well, I can't remember. Oh, I said that I don't want to date at the moment, and I really felt like I said that out of frustration because I'm just like, what is going on? My dating life is non-existent. Like, I want to date, I want to go outside, I want to have some fun or whatever, but I also know that I do not want to date just anybody. I had to ask myself, like, this fear that you have of dating, have you gotten to the root of it? Like, or are you mentally holding yourself back? Okay, let me rewind it for a little bit. Younger Shauna definitely did date anybody for the most part. Not anybody, but I was pretty open. And now I've gotten to the point where I feel like I know what I like. And yes, I have a type. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I also realized that I never took dating that serious in the beginning. Like, when I was younger, rather. I never took dating that serious. Like, I would go out with guys or whatever, but I never really knew what I wanted. And they would be serious about me, and I would just be like, yeah, okay. It was almost like I was running from love. Until, of course, I moved and I had to sit with myself and had to be like, what is really going on? You running from the things that you want. Like, do you want it or not? You confusing God. Even though God knows my heart, he ain't gonna give you what you want if you are not ready for it. Because, you know, if you get something prematurely, we fumble it. We are going to fumble the fuck out of it. I would ask God for these things, especially in my dating life, and I'm just like, damn, what's going on? But I realized I just had to be sure about what I wanted, like really be crystal clear. And I've gotten the time to be crystal clear about exactly what I want, and to also leave the past behind. I can't bring old shit into the new shit that I'm asking for. It just is not gonna work out. So I realized, like, okay, now you know a little better, Shauna. I also thought, like, what would be the point of me dating now? Because now I have a daughter. I feel like you have to be very careful when you have because there's a lot of weirdos out here. And let me tell you something. I would risk it all to make sure my child is safe, she's loved, she's taken care of. And I also feel like, damn, can I handle being a mom, building a business, being a boss, date, do all of this? Like, this shit is ghetto. This is a lot. But everybody's juggling multiple things at the same time, and it's gonna work out, because it always works out. The key here is to continue having faith, continue being patient, because it's gonna work out. And it's gonna work out better than I expected. I just keep that in the back of my mind.